Hello everyone, it's time for another marathon video.
So what we've done is compile all the things that sometimes amaze us and sometimes annoy us from the wonderful world of TikTok for you to enjoy.
So put your feet up, relax, or just play the video in the background while you're doing your chores, and see you later.
Have a good weekend.
Hello everyone. Now, if you're anything like me, you've probably been using a lot of this downtime to get into TikTok.
I'll have you know I have the reflexes of a cat and the speed of a mongoose.
Now, as well as all that gold, there is also a lot of people making a lot of food TikToks. So we thought, why not find some of the most popular, recreate them in our studio kitchen, review them, and then refine one of them and see if we can tweak it a little bit. And obviously when I say we, I don't want to do this by myself. It's a duet. I'm doing it with our happiest, our go-luckiest, our little cherub of joy, James Alistair Curry.
Hi. Okay mate, number one, Dalgona coffee. Can't really do a video on TikTok trends without doing it, can we?
No, but it feels like we've left it long enough that it's become a meme of itself, and finding one of the original TikTok videos of Dalgona coffee is hard, but I found one.
Yeah, it's been what, 2 months?
We essentially need instant coffee, sugar and hot water into a big bowl with an electric whisk and just mix for ages to get as much air into it as possible. Also, seeing as it's massively hot in here, can we follow this video that I found and do an iced version?
Yes, it's looking like it's working.
Peaks!
Yeah.
I've seen some videos where it's done less than that. I've seen some videos where it looks exactly like this. So I'm gonna say that's done.
Perfect.
Right, ice in the glass, top up with milk, and then we'll spoon our coffee froth on.
How exciting.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Do you know what? I really like the thick and then the liquid.
The flavour is nice. It's not a great eating or drinking experience.
I'm half chewing it.
I'm trying to like get a little bit of coffee with each gulp of milk.
I've seen so many people make it look like that and then go, so yeah, I'm just gonna drink it now and stir it together. I'm like, well, why?
It would be better stirred together.
No, but why? You've gone to all the effort.
That's a great idea.
I like it.
I like it. I like it when I get a load of the meringue bit.
All right, verdict.
I mean, I have drunk all of it, so...
As have I.
I think it's very delicious.
Now it's your turn in the hot seat to make one of the newest trends on TikTok, pancake cereal. It's exactly like what it sounds. It's essentially baby pancakes that you then serve in a cereal bowl and top with whatever you like.
Yep, I've had a look at these. They look like mini pancakes. So it's flour, I think there's raising agents in it, wet ingredients go into the flour, there's eggs and buttermilk. You just mix a batter. I like a bit of salt. Kind of season sweet stuff, you know. We are lucky enough to have a lot of squeezy bottles around and a funnel. So I reckon part of making them look amazing is probably using a squeezy bottle.
You went in confidently and did.
I did a lot, didn't I?
20 at the same time. I've never seen a chef panic so much about flipping pancakes.
What the bloody... What the F? They're burning! They're bloody... What the...
Do you feel like maybe doing 5 at a time might have been more manageable?
There they go. There they go. Look at that.
I mean, learn from your mistakes, James.
Part of the fun of this, I think, is probably just like going all out.
Mate, I've seen a lot of people going for just a
toss.
big old toss rather than individual.
Fine.
Yeah.
Too delicate for that. I see the satisfaction that people are getting out of this. I'm not sure it's worth it, especially when that's how much a batch gives you.
By now, you could have cooked 3 or 4 normal-sized pancakes.
Yeah.
And be on your way to a good stack.
Some mini butter going on. So we're going milk.
I mean, it's cereal.
It is cereal, like you have to have milk with cereal. Would you like to try one?
Just one.
Just well,
One bowl. Cheers.
cheers, mate. You want that kind of fluffiness, and because they're so small, they don't really get that opportunity to really puff up a lot. They are quite a lot of trouble, although I'd give that most people might not have as much trouble as I had.
But at the end of the day, it's just time. Like, if you're going to go to the extent of making a pancake batter to make pancakes, at that point you've then got the choice. What size pancakes do I make? Do I make big ones? Do I make small ones? Small ones are fun. Serve that up for like my kids for breakfast, they'd have a whale of a time. But I'm going to do that once. Next.
Number 3, Big Mac triangles.
So essentially, it's all the flavours of a Big Mac, but in something that looks like a samosa.
I would be careful with the use of the word samosa.
So this is by Twisted Food, who are based out of London. They're an online food company that massive on social, and they've also got food delivery, which is cool. Should we give them a go? Let's
Give them a go. Oh, he's preheating his pan. What a pro. What an absolute pro.
No, if I was preheating it, I would have done it 2 minutes ago. I'm going to put some oil in my pan and then chuck in my mince, wait for that to brown, and then I can add in diced onion, diced pickle, ketchup, and garlic powder. Obviously, I'm going to add in some salt and pepper because flavour.
So that's all our Big Mac flavours in the pan.
Yes. So next up, take a tortilla, cut it in half, make a flour and water paste, then take a triangle of cheddar cheese, paste around the edges and fold it up so that you get a pocket.
I'm glad you're doing it and not me.
Yeah.
Stuff it in, mate. It actually looks pretty sturdy.
Don't say that.
It does though.
You know what's going to happen if you say that. And again. Whilst they're frying off, shall I just make a very, very quick, simple burger sauce?
Yeah, so it doesn't go in, it goes on. It's a dippy thing.
Like a dippy thing?
I like the dippy thing.
Mayo, ketchup, mustard.
I went 3-1-1.
And some pickles to go through it.
Pickles have to go in the sauce in a Big Mac. Nice, nice, nice.
That will do, donkey. Right. I think they're good, mate.
Okay. Get your sesame seeds over the top.
I think I'm going to cut into mine. The air has gone. I now feel like I was too conservative on the filling. No
Yes.
dip. Cheers. I'm not getting pure Big Mac flavours from it, but I am getting something really tasty and, dare I say it, innovative in terms of how to make it. Is it a bit novelty? Sure, but that's not a bad thing. It's fun.
Yeah, the little pocket is all you need to take from that video, but you can put anything in that and it works.
So we agree that it's good, but the question is it good enough to become the one that we refine and turn into a sorted special?
I don't think that needs refining. Number 2, you might be able to do something with.
The baby pancakes?
Maybe, yeah.
Let's do it!
Okay, dude, so pancakes.
Yes.
So what I'm thinking is take the bits of the cereal and take the bits of the pancake and put them together and take away the sogginess. We start with a buttermilk panna cotta. So we're setting the milk.
Sure.
Put a pan on the hob.
Gelatin. Bloom.
Oh yeah.
Water.
Yeah, I like that. Just stuff it in. Got a pan on the hob already and we'll put in double cream. We're gonna bring that to a simmer with the sugar. Vanilla extract. Who am I to tell you? Okay, I'll stop. And then alongside that, we're gonna have our pancakes. some fresh berries because they are perfect with pancakes. I've put some whiskey there for you as well. So we should macerate some berries, but also make like a blueberry compote, so it's like half cooked, half fresh.
Okay. Cream simmering.
If your gelatin's good to go, let's stick it in. We don't want any of the water, we just want the gelatin. So squeezy, squeezy. And then once that's good, the buttermilk goes in. That goes in the fridge for a couple of hours.
Right, I've taken the blueberries off the heat.
I'd give them a bit longer. I think we want them to break down. Because we've got the fresh ones as well, we don't mind if they break down a little bit. Should we do the fresh ones? Let's macerate.
Macerate.
So what you want to do is get the strawberries, hull them, quarters. You could stick them straight back into that bowl. Sugar and bourbon. Oh. You don't want the taste of whiskey.
You can never have too much bourbon.
Drink responsibly. Obviously you can do the caramel dry, but I always prefer to put a little splash of water in, and you have to have enough water to soak all of the sugar. Otherwise some of it starts kind of caramelizing, some of it's not caramelizing, and that's when you kind of get into trouble.
Can we replace the water with whiskey?
Do it, man, do it, yeah.
Or just do like a splash?
I feel like, I don't know if that's enough to make a difference. Right, that was too much.
Blueberry compote. The blueberries are proper squishy and breaking up now. Done.
A little bit of bourbon. Since we're putting bourbon into everything, I was just going to put a drizz of maple syrup, but should we make bourbon maple syrup?
Bourbon maple syrup.
That was quite a lot of bourbon. Maybe this is telling me it's time for me to come in. Cornflakes
into here.
Yeah.
Caramel over the top.
I would do the cornflakes before it's done, because once it's done, it's going to keep cooking and cooking and cooking. I mean, you've got to remember that it's going to keep cooking as well.
Are you indirectly telling me to put the cornflakes in there now?
I'm not telling you to do anything right now.
Smoking, James.
I would take it off. Just
take it off.
Have a little look at it.
It could be slightly darker.
I can't. The thing is, I can't even come and have a look.
I know.
To me, it looks pretty dark.
I think it's dark.
Like,
I think it's done.
It is smoking.
Yeah, can I go in?
Pour it, quick. Oh, we could have gone darker.
Oh, don't be like that. Is that everything?
I think so.
Is this a good time to swap?
Yes.
Great. What would you like me to tell you to do first?
I'd probably like you to tell me to start plating up with the panna cotta.
Mate, it's probably time to start plating up. Panna cotta set.
Okay. There you go. Set. There you go.
Oh, you are braver than I am. What a lovely set you've got.
Thank you.
I reckon go dark because it's a white panna cotta. And that is the last bit of input I will have on this recipe.
Let's see if this actually works by just putting it like that and blowtorching it. You can also do this by dipping it into hot water, but I'm basically just melting the very, very edge of the panna cotta, and it should just fall out onto the plate.
Like when you did the top of a creme brulee?
No. Oh, I don't know what was going on there. It's a little bit too melted. I did that thing that I was saying don't do.
Just as a reminder, we swapped at this stage so that the chef could take over and make sure that the presentation was... How's my cornflake brittle?
Still quite hot. I reckon it needs quite a few of these pancakes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
To actually make it a little pancake dish. Because we've got the cornflakes, they're providing the crunch, so the pancakes can actually soak up a little bit of this maple bourbon, and they're going to be like little hits of maple bourbon. I think that's it.
Ooh.
I think I kind of like it.
If you're happy, I'm happy.
I think I'm happy.
Let's get into the sexies, and you can see if you're happy. Mate, that looks decent. I think, have we nailed it?
Oh, we've nailed it.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
That has a bit of everything. And I have to say, the pancake cereal actually adds something to it.
We didn't do much chefy stuff. We kept it pretty simple. Like, a panna cotta is simple. You've got a kick of alcohol everywhere. You've got that caramel, which is just on the right side of unsweet. The pancakes actually soak up the maple syrup. So you're getting a little burst of maple syrup, and then you've got the texture of the cornflakes, which I really like.
I would happily order this in a restaurant.
Breakfast or dessert?
Both?
It could be breakfast.
Well, we're happy. He's happy. But we want to know what you guys think. Did we pass? Give the video a like if you think that we did. Plus, let us know in the comments what other TikTok food trends should we be trying to recreate, review, and refine.
Hello and welcome back. Today we have two of our normals checking out and considering some foodie TikTok trends.
Boys, have you been keeping an eye on your FYP?
Yes, Jamie. I am currently addicted to those videos where they put hair on bald men and watch the transformation.
Oh, they're great, aren't they?
They are unbelievable.
Yeah, is that
Still?
Oh, still.
It's just about.
Right, I'm going to send you the first one. And because people in the comments sometimes think that these videos are sponsored by TikTok, I'm going to send them to you on a random social media network and you've got to find it.
Okay.
Okay.
He said it to be on LinkedIn.
Oh, you've got LinkedIn.
Yeah, I didn't know either.
Iced tea.
No, it was.
So, fun fact about tea packets, right? They actually help digestion really well. So we're gonna try this out. Now, disclaimer, before you put tea packets in the soda, make sure to pour some of the soda out because
Stuff a tea bag in your Sprite.
Detailed.
Bottle. Okay, now we're gonna get the second one in, stick it upside down for about 10 to 20 minutes. It should end up looking like this. Here we go.
Sweet iced tea.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, that makes sense.
This is Sprite iced tea, and it's taken TikTok at some point halfway through last year by absolute storm. Not just TikTok, it's gone viral across the internet. It's been featured on all of the talk shows across the US. People absolutely love it.
Feels simple, feels obvious, but as always, the worst thing you can say is anyone could have done that because you didn't do it.
You're right.
So let's try it. We haven't got any dangleberries, Ebbers. How we?
What, so you give us a little triangle one?
No danglies, and you're giving us triangles.
A tea bag's a tea bag, ish.
It's not.
What have we got?
Sam,
have we got
is it?
English breakfast?
Something fine from Yorkshire.
You put Yorkshire tea in this?
Yorkshire tea.
Why not?
Okay.
All tea's the same.
See, the thing is...
Oh, you're saying that on the internet?
Botanically speaking, all tea comes from the same plant.
Okay, fine.
So first of all, Barry's ignored instruction number one.
What was that?
Pour some of your
you've got
Sprite
drink
out because otherwise the bubbles are
I've
going
got a fun game for you.
I've seen that one.
Not falling for that. Please be sick to your right if you are.
Now, I know this is a bit of fun, but actually there is some science behind this because if you cold steep tea, it releases all of the flavour with less tannins and less caffeine. So you actually get a more delicate tea flavour. You could also use 7-Up, other sodas. You can use any flavours of tea. People have been experimenting with those as well. So there is a really wide range of things that you could do with it.
Only thing I would like to stress, if we're speaking definition-wise, it's only tea if it comes from the tea plant. If it is a cold infusion of other ingredients, a lot of fruit teas that don't actually have tea in them, they are an infusion, they're not a tea.
Right.
It takes about 10 to 20 minutes, so we put it in the fridge and come back to it.
We've got a rounded lid.
Whoopee. You didn't do one you made earlier?
We wanted your one that you've sipped from and stuck your fingers into.
So your Sprite tea's had a few minutes to steep.
Ready?
Go for it. This looks lovely.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's got all the notes of tea enough to make it interesting. Like,
But it's mostly Sprite.
yeah, really refreshing.
Yeah, very refreshing.
And the tea takes the edge off
Yeah.
the sweetness as well.
Yeah.
Like that artificial sweetness.
So, our first TikTok food trend, are you scrolling past or following fast?
I'm following that fast.
Definitely.
And I didn't think I'd be that pleased with it.
It's caught you off guard.
Yeah, it has.
Oh, let's try another one.
You sending it by mail?
Ready, steady. It's obviously a platform you don't have notifications turned on
Oh
for.
no.
So where is it, Barry?
I've played it.
Barry, I've sent it to you on Facebook Messenger.
Oh my God, they are
So you're going to have to
awful.
download another app.
There are messages on there that I get that I've been ignoring for years.
Well, now we're
Now they're going to be seen as
yeah.
What do we have here?
Pasta zia Isabella, parmesano. It's a wine glass, babe.
No, I know. It's a whole thing now.
I've seen
I
this.
saw it on TikTok.
They know what they're doing. They know they're doing this to wind people up.
Yeah,
this isn't for real.
2, 3.
Ooh.
Okay,
Whoa.
okay, here we go.
Wait, that's cheese?
Yeah,
oh, it's the Parmesan in it.
Okay.
And cheese mixed.
We're going to waste our time and their time doing that.
Absolutely. There's a restaurant in Belgium that has been serving pasta like this for quite some time. It got picked up from there. It's now spread across TikTok. Everyone's giving it a go. Yes, the comments are a bit divisive. Is it fun? Is it frivolous? Is it a waste? Should we find out?
Yes.
Why is Ben excited by this?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
So obviously we've done a lot of the work for you.
In its current form, the talking point is, well, what does it do? So,
Keeps your pasta warm, because obviously if it's spread out on a plate, it's going to get colder quicker.
it's not for plating, or it's not going to hold any of its structure. It's simply to store your Parmesan, to keep the pasta warm, and a talking point.
And to give the diner an experience. Would you like to experience it?
Yes, please.
Oh, it's quite good.
And
So for me,
quick, Barry, it's cooling down so quickly.
lovely pasta.
Imagine you've got a few people round for a dinner party. You want to just serve up a simple classic midweek dish, but you want to elevate
That's
it.
unbelievable.
Why not put it in a wine glass? People of TikTok.
Stupid. I'd rather have a wine in a wine glass. And in terms of theatre, the best part about eating pasta out, which I very rarely do because I make pasta at home all the time, is someone coming over and going, "Parmesan, sir, say when," and you never say when.
but they did, because it's on top of the thing.
You can
No, but I wanted more than that, and I wanted a man.
He wants
or
more
woman.
when.
Let me get you another wine glass.
He wants more when.
I'm talking about home cooking. Imagine you're doing this with kids or dinner parties.
I've got to wash that up.
Yeah, I mean, that is what a lot of comments are saying. Yeah. Some people were saying, ultimately, that portion's not big enough for me. It's only a 250ml wine glass. I want more. And other people saying, do you know what? It's just a bit of fun. It's just a bit different. And why is it only desserts that can be served in wine glasses? But it brings me onto a subject around EPF, experiential pleasure of food. And this is a legitimate thing.
SYP, EPF.
You're just on the dark web.
So EPF is defined as the enduring cognitive, i.e. satisfaction, and emotional, i.e. delight, and value that consumers gain from savouring the multi-sensory, communal and cultural meaning in food experiences. Food experiences involve the anticipation of food events and food practices, purchasing, consuming and remembering. There is no denying that of all those things, you'll definitely remember this.
I'll bore off, Evan.
It's EPF. It is enhancing your pleasure of food through an experience.
Okay, ask me the question, Ebbers. It's pretentious.
The only positive I can think of from this is, yes, there's theatre, but also the dish hasn't been damaged. Other bits of theatre I've seen have done something to the dish where you're like, actually it's made it worse.
For me, that turns up, I go, wow, this is ridiculous. What does it do? And then it does what it does, and I go, oh. And for me, that's where the payoff doesn't quite match the expectation.
Are you going to scroll past, or are you going to follow fast?
I'm scrolling past
Yeah.
because I've done it once.
I'm scrolling past because it's silly. Too silly for me.
Let's move on to the next one. Ready for another?
Yes.
What platform now? 9.5 or 9 3/4? Which is the joke? I've never seen it.
The latter. Correct.
Badly delivered.
It's on the platform formerly known as Twitter.
Okay, all right, here we go.
I think you're going to like this one.
Yeah, can
Opening
we have a good one,
TikTok.
please?
I have definitely seen this one. We're doing this. We're not going to do this. We're doing
I
this.
was craving it, so I had to make it at home.
It's a burger, but with caramelised onions as the bread.
We're going to start by
Oh, I
slicing
follow
some
her,
yellow
but on
onion. You can also
Instagram.
use
She's
white, but
great.
I prefer the sweeter taste of yellow onion. Add them to a hot and greased grill. I also like to add a little pinch of salt and sugar, and once they're caramelized, we're going to add cheese to half of the pieces. Now shape your patties, season with salt and pepper, and then hit them on the grill. I also like to mustard fry them, but this is completely
I'm
optional.
salivating.
Then we'll just
I know what's
stack and
coming.
layer up with
How do you
buns
eat
before
it?
the
I
caramelized
sound like
onions,
Embers.
And there you have your Flying Dutchman that's onion wrapped. Of course, you have to enjoy it with the special sauce and the pepperoncinis for the whole experience.
All up for this.
How the tables have turned.
Well, the thing is, fried onion is one of the best parts of a burger.
Yeah, nearly as good as the bread.
Oh yeah.
Well, the bread absorbs all of the juices from the fried onion and the meat and the cheese and the condiments.
Yeah,
what
true.
you're left with is something, I'm on Mike's side here, impossible to eat.
This is the Flying Dutchman, and it has gone massive in every single location where there's an In-N-Out burger. This is your newest way of customizing your In-N-Out experience. Now, we know about Animal Style, we know about Double Doubles. Now, there are a ton of mukbangs of people eating the In-N-Out version and showing how good it is, but there are 5 megaton more videos of people recreating these at home, and we thought, what better way to do it
Then recreate it.
than for you to recreate it at home.
I thought we were going to go In-N-Out of Kush.
Pardon? What?
No,
That's a different video. Now, people describe the sauce as kind of like a bit like Thousand Island dressing.
Sorry about that.
You went in so hard.
I thought one of you was going to have that in the back of your throat then.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Kush, nice. Kush.
So what do you reckon? Down the middle and then either side
Yeah.
for the buns?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we going for?
Buns right
thickness
now. I
then?
like that's
Yeah, what do you reckon?
too girthy.
There you go. Oh, that is
Oh,
perfect.
yes.
Yeah. Go for it.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of the videos we've seen, this would obviously be done in a plancha, in like a diner or a grill. So you've got a big flat surface and you can lay over loads and loads and loads of onions.
The protein style is wrapped in lettuce. The tomato wrapped is obviously wrapped in tomatoes.
Okay.
And I know what you're thinking. Why is it called the Flying Dutchman? Harry Snyder, the founder of In-N-Out, is Dutch.
Right.
And this was his favourite meal to have.
Onions are designed to fall apart. How the hell are we going to get that to there, that onto that,
That
into
into that.
Ready?
Okay.
Okay. Base,
Construction. That is a good base.
sauce. Ready?
Yeah. I mean, it's something. Try it.
No, usually we cut into burgers, don't we?
No.
Go on. Okay, you're right. You know what? It holds.
Yeah.
It does hold. It's not pleasant to hold.
I mean, just listen to it, it's sloppy.
You know what that needs? That needs a bun.
But Barry, put yourself in the seat of somebody who might be cutting back on carbs.
This is not an option for a health-conscious person.
But Atkins diet, meat, cheese, onion, you've got it all there. So,
No, that's not how it works.
absolutely. Would you prefer to have this or wrapped in lettuce or wrapped in a tomato?
I think lettuce would do a better job. Wow, it was really hard.
I know.
My issue here is not even a burger anymore. By definition, a burger needs to be between slices of bread. And I'm just not convinced we need more ways to encourage people to eat more fast food. That's why I was so excited about the last one. As silly as a wine glass was, at least it's encouraging and putting more fun into scratch cooking.
That in a wine glass would be a much better way of eating it.
Yeah, it would be cleaner.
It would.
And it'd keep it warm.
Right, so the Flying Dutchman. Are we scrolling past or are we following fast?
I think this is a genius bit of marketing that, strangely enough, came from the guy who owns In-N-Out to get people talking and featured. We've bought into it and we've actually contributed to its spread. So we are responsible, but I will be scrolling past.
I'm scrolling past, we go, ooh, watching. Not for me. Scroll again.
Time for one more.
Is he going to send you this on Sidekick?
One more coming your way from Jay.
Email, calendar invite,
Is he going to drop a pin?
Instagram, airdrop it. Go on, what are you going to do?
You don't have Snapchat notifications on.
Oh, this is so laborious.
Homemade Rice Krispies.
The easy way to make Rice Krispies at home in less than 60 seconds. Tip 2 spoonfuls of easy cooked rice into a wok of piping hot table salt. Stir rice continuously and just watch, hear it, till the magic happen.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes.
I mean, I always knew that that's how it's done.
Too easy.
Puffed rice.
Enjoy.
Let's try this. That's interesting.
I knew it was possible, but I never thought I could do it at home.
What's the theory behind the salt? Is it a heat transportation method?
Yes, it's going to conduct heat, and basically it's going to transfer that to the rice. What you want is the moisture inside the rice grain, which is a tiny percentage, which is why rice has a long shelf life, to get so hot and so under pressure that it goes puff.
Rice.
What is that?
I've not seen a very fine pink powdered salt before. Is it Himalayan?
It's called black salt, and it is slightly sulphurous and funky and delicious, but also it's fine. It has a really high heat point. And the rice is partially parboiled and then dried.
Oh.
So you've actually got a little bit of more moisture in there. Now, we have never tried this before.
I'm excited.
This is also an experiment.
Interesting.
Why have we gone for the sulfuric? Why have we gone for this particular salt? What's the logic?
So this puffed rice dish is common on the streets of India. It's a street food dish, and once it's puffed and then sieved free of its salt, it can be seasoned in a number of different ways, and they would use black salt.
What the heck?
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's like little maggots.
So it should be popping, and then you want to give it a shimmy in the pan maybe, just shake the pan handle, and you're pretty much ready to sieve it off, I'd imagine.
Oh, there's so much
Already?
popping going
You don't
on.
want to burn it. Remember how hot it is.
Go.
Oh God, it smells burning.
And now give the sieve a nice shake so all the salt comes out. Careful, that salt's hot. And you only put a couple of tablespoons of dry rice in, but you should have Rice Krispies.
I'm guessing you can use that salt again
Yeah.
again and again.
So this is what we're left with. Cheers.
Really eggy.
They're delicious afterwards.
So Indian street food, they might be used in sweet or savoury, but we know them here in the UK as a cereal product.
They've got the toasty qualities of
Yeah.
popcorn.
Yeah.
You could use these as toppings for all sorts of dishes,
Yeah.
and it actually benefit the flavour.
When you get the egg, it's bad. When you don't, you get the other toasted notes, which are lovely. And yeah, texture-wise, great.
So as you were watching the TikTok video, you went pretty quiet, and then we got a wow and a desperate to try it. Now you have.
Yeah, I think it's really cool because it's so simple to
Yeah.
do. Anyone can do it. It's transformational, isn't it? It's taking something that we're really familiar with and turning it into something actually completely different and delicious that can be used in a completely different way.
Okay then, puffed rice. Are you going to scroll past or follow fast?
Follow fast.
Follow fast. And I reckon I'm going to try that, probably in a video that I shouldn't.
Well, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that. And comment down below, let us know what other TikTok trends should we be trying next.
This is our second fridge cam where we're going to test, taste and review a few food trends we find on TikTok.
We have found 3 to review today. We're going to cook them all and then we're going to pick one to put our own twist on.
Up first, Barry and James are making carrot bacon.
I'm excited.
I'm not.
Right, come on, keep an open mind here, mate. Right, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Would you see carrots or do you see bacon?
Carrots.
I can see that it does look a bit like bacon.
No, it doesn't.
It looks it's crispy, it's crinkled all up.
Smoky maple carrot crisps. Doesn't that sound better?
I'm completely biased because I love Tabitha Brown and her voice could tell me to do anything and I would do it.
Okay, so basically this is carrot ribbons marinated in a smoky,
Sweet.
flavoured,
Okay.
maple syrupy glaze.
And then we're gonna put it in the oven and not an air fryer.
Yes, until it gets crispy.
Okay.
So I'll do carrots and you do marinade, yeah?
Sure.
I'm peeling some carrots and now I'm peeling them into ribbons at the same place each time.
You're calling them ribbons as
Yeah.
opposed to rashers.
Yep. I've nothing wrong with these recipes, just don't call it bacon. Do you know what I mean?
So our marinade is onion granules, garlic powder, smoked paprika, some liquid smoke and some maple syrup. Stir together in the carrots.
A bit of peps.
Oh yeah, lots of peps.
Interesting that I would associate bacon often with being quite salty.
Yeah, no
But
salt
there's no
there.
salt in this or in the carrots.
Should we season it?
Doesn't say to put salt in her one, so let's stick to that.
Okay. The carrot ribbons go into the marinade. That looks good.
Line them up on a baking tray.
She used an air fryer, so I thought to get a similar-ish effect in an oven, it might be good if they got some air underneath them.
Airflow.
Get the crispiness. Oh, I'm just deviating from the recipe now and putting the excess marinade over the carrots because flavour. That goes into the oven for 10 minutes, but we're going to keep an eye on it because we're not sure. And then we'll see what we've got.
Okay, we're good.
Please do it. I smell it.
It's looking crispy.
I see it.
How they're looking?
Yeah, they look good.
Oh, they're getting crispy, but they're soft in places.
As an addition to like salads and stuff, crispy vegetable shards are excellent. So what stopped that from crisping?
I reckon probably lower temperature for longer.
You know what it might have been? It might have been where you started liberally chucking extra sauce on top of it.
It might have been. Have you tried it without me?
It sounds crispy from here.
I really like it.
Yeah, so do I. It's really nice because it's carrots with liquid smoke and maple syrup on them. Doesn't taste anything like bacon whatsoever in any way, but it is delicious.
It's reminiscent of bacon. If I was craving bacon and I couldn't get my hands on any, this would get me a little bit closer to it.
I completely understand why, especially on a platform like TikTok, it uses the word bacon. You've got a fraction of a second to attract attention before someone scrolls away, and bacon is going to do that more than carrot, despite the fact that carrot crisps, especially these ones, are delicious.
Listen, I'm fully aware that I'm going to sound grumpy on this video, but...
On this video?
But it tastes delicious. Stop calling vegetables bacon.
I do think that's great. Is it a pass?
Yeah, definitely.
Number 2?
Good time to watch some TikTok.
Oh, while you clear down, I might watch some TikTok.
Cloud bread. And if it's anything as good as cloud eggs, you are going to have funny feelings in your trousers.
Essentially, this is like, it's a mix between a meringue and a bread.
Let's watch and find out.
Guess what? It's so easy to make. Start by separating 3 eggs. Place just the whites into a mixing bowl. Whip them until they become frothy.
Ebbers, before you say anything, how much do you hate it?
I don't like colouring things for the sake of colouring things. It's meringue, which is cool.
It's cloud bread. Step 1, separate your eggs. Egg whites into a mixer, whizzed up until stiff peaks, and then in with sugar, cornstarch, vanilla extract, blue food colouring, and whizzy whiz.
So far, meringue. I have also heard of putting corn flour into meringue, and it gives you a slightly chewier meringue, I think. But not this much. This is more. More flour, more like bread.
So why do you think they're calling this bread? For the same reason we call carrot bacon?
For the same reason it's bright blue.
Out of interest, what would you call this?
Meringue.
Are we happy with that blue?
Loving the blue.
I'm just saying it could possibly take a bit more blue.
You're colourblind. Blue's fine.
Right, he does one more test before he puts it.
He does. Over his own head, I notice.
Well, yeah, but you're here. I think it might be ready.
Gutted.
That's a shame, isn't it?
I had enough confidence in the look of that.
Right, Ebbers, presentation is not either of our fortes, but you've got to make this look beautiful.
Like
Jay, just saying, we've got some spare egg yolks.
You think on the top?
All of them.
Like the biggest cloud volcano.
Yeah.
Smooth it into a mound. Some would say a loaf. Matthew in the kitchen left it like this, but I have seen another one that smothered it in some sliced almonds.
You've put sliced almonds there.
I have.
It was kind of cool, didn't it, really?
Could have been more blue.
148 degrees Celsius for about 25 minutes. 25 minutes and cooling time.
It looks blue.
Right, the iconic TikTok tear.
Yes! We did it! We never do these things and we've done one!
It looks like a bath sponge.
It does, doesn't it?
I tell you what though, you lot have all cheered at the tear. None of you are holding it. It's the weirdest thing.
Weird? Like weird how?
Sticky and eggy.
Like a meringue?
Worse.
Go on, give us a slice.
It's tear and share bread.
Oh. It's satisfying to watch over and over again.
It's a fun science experiment.
Don't smell it.
Oh!
But that does not smell good. Cheers, boys.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Oh!
It doesn't taste as bad as it smells.
It's kind of marshmallowy.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can make that good.
A glimmer.
I don't know.
There was a glimmer there.
It was.
It is the most off-putting colour. And yet that's why it works on TikTok.
But it's like raspberry colour, isn't it?
Unless you've got egg whites left over because you've used the egg yolks for something useful, that's a no from me.
Did you finish it?
Yeah, I think it's a yes from me. I think it's quite nice.
What?
It was quite Moorish.
The more I eat, the more I like it.
I'm not convinced. I think it's split opinion in the room. Should we try number 3? Number 3, the TikTok egg sandwich. Let's give it a watch.
Okay.
Got 3 eggs here?
Do you reckon we do it in real time?
Oh, yeah, go on. We're cracking 3 eggs into a bowl. You know, black pepper, black pepper, black pepper. Tiny, tiny whisk.
My whisk is larger than
We've got a bigger whisk than him. Yes, yes. Pan spray, pan spray. Nice, nice. Bread.
I'll fish the bread
He's
out
fishing
the
bread
bag.
out. Oh, the eggs are going in already.
Bread goes in, and then I'm going to immediately turn it. So it's like eggy bread. Oh, he's done a...
Whoa, he's done a cut.
Time lapse.
Sorry, did the chefs not keep up with the TikTok person? Is that what happened? The chefs couldn't keep up?
Just not quite up there with time travel. It's basically you want to wait until the egg has cooked enough to flip the whole thing over, and then we can add cheese, fold the sidey flaps in, fold it over, egg sandwich.
See, oh, this could be bad. This could be really, really bad.
Chefs, if at any point you want to sub in.
No, I've got my hands in my pockets and I'm almost subbing out because blame sharing's wonderful, right? It's a little bit caught under there. I can see it, but you probably can't.
No Evers. Oh, God.
Evers is back watching juggling videos.
Well, when he's ready, I'll join back in. But at the moment, it's all about the juggling videos. 5 balls is always a challenge.
Totally.
No, I can't.
No.
I can't.
Ready? Ready? You're just gonna...
Let's just go for it.
Oh, he's back. He's back in the room.
Nice colour on the bottom. You know I don't like this cheese.
Well, again,
Too much plastic involved, both in the wrapping and the product.
snobby.
I love this cheese.
Do you know why I think this has become so popular? It's quite a cool folding technique. Nicely done, chef. I like it because I think that's a really good base.
There you go, sir.
Wonderful. Right, just give it a taste.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I didn't actually need to taste that to know what that tasted like. It's exactly what you expect.
It's got a real McDonald's vibe to it, hasn't it?
I know.
American cheese is amazing on a burger. It's not amazing for breakfast.
As a quick breakfast fix, it does the job.
I'm having that tomorrow.
I love the idea of this one.
I think it's this one that we could give it the twist.
I quite enjoyed making it.
Did you?
Yeah, I actually did.
Do you know what I enjoy more, James?
Shall we? Yeah. Let's swap.
Okay, so we've had a think, and we're gonna stick to that same clever folding egg bread method, but we're gonna add a few flavours.
It really doesn't need much doing to it.
Boys, we'll take it from here.
Okay.
I'm going to crack our eggs and whisk them up.
Same as before, whisk up 3 eggs, season, salt and pepper.
Yeah, let's do some salt. I think it was missing a bit of salt.
Salt going in chef. Peps.
I think the thing James nailed before was kind of almost warming the pan up once the eggs are in there, so you don't want it too hot, but we're going to sub out oil for butter.
Also, butter is like proper omelette techers, isn't it?
Yeah, you're adding flavour with butter.
I notice you've gone still for...
Well, we had a little bit of brioche, but I think that worked really well. I don't think it needs to change. Get that bread in.
So we're going egg on both sides or one or bareback?
What would you like to do?
Up to you. So the way we did it, you ended up with sort of eggy bread. It was kind of soaked. I have seen other videos where they leave the top dry and spray it so you get more like fried bread.
Oh, he's gone already. He's gone already.
Decision
He
made.
didn't even contemplate.
No consulting there, just...
There wasn't much time to play with it.
That's true.
Good techers, keep it level, keep it cooking even. You want to colour the egg on the bottom at about the same time it takes to cook it on top. We've also given you some different cheese, some cheddar, some fresh herbs in the form of basil, and some andouille.
Funnily enough, I actually think that American cheese would also work in this one. It just needed a little bit more with it.
Yep. So we've got andouille. What was the thinking behind that?
It's, again, like the ease thing. So it doesn't need cooking like bacon does. It doesn't need chopping up like chorizo does.
So the andouille is like an Italian sausage. It's kind of smoky and garlicky and delicious.
And spicy.
It's got a kick to it as well. I guess the other thing you could use, again for ease, is slices of salami or something that you could just, they're already sliced and good to go.
Tips on the flip really quickly because I'm getting close.
Under one slice of bread, grab the pan with the other. Wow, it's looking good.
Flip, Baz, flip. Flip, Baz,
Oh,
flip.
goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I'm not confident.
You've got this.
There you go.
I did it!
You had it.
I had it all the time.
Cheese.
Cheese goes straight on.
While it's still nice and hot, the cheese is going to go on.
And do ya?
Oh, have you tested this?
Yeah, it's not that spicy.
You want all of
it? I think that's probably good.
And some basil. A couple of leaves just torn over.
Then the egg fold.
Egg fold.
Wait a minute, wait. Out of interest, should we have done it on both sides?
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I thought that was going to be okay, but you need it on both sides.
You didn't, a little bit. Let's just spread it out a bit more.
Same amount, but split between the two.
I'm thinking the spicy sauce from the andouille, the oils that are going to come out of that, with the cheese. Woo!
Oh.
Jay, can I compliment you on the confidence in which you did that and the fact that you were just chatting while you were doing it? That makes such a difference. No flap, just do it. Whack it on the board and give it a slice.
Do it, do it,
Ready?
do it. I want a cross section.
Oh, yes, yes!
Good job. Smells, looks great.
Cheers.
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 Oh, it's got a cheese ball.
Oh, basil.
Yeah?
No, basil.
It's nice though. Also, I think this might be a little home for all the oregano I keep growing. Oregano would be lovely in this.
It is delicious. It would be more delicious if there was no egg in it.
But then that would just be a sandwich.
Hey, James, that's just a grilled cheese.
I'm not sure I agree with that, but I think I want a little bit of crunch from something.
It does need a bit more crunch or something else to it.
But flavour-wise, that's really good. And I think the freshness of the herbs just takes it somewhere.
It's quite a cool technique. I like it.
I've had fun, and we brought them with us on the
That was
journey.
a strong sandwich.
Let us know in the comments down below, what flavours would you add to egg and bread in a foldy technique? And if you've seen any other intriguing TikTok food trends, let us know about them.
Hello and welcome to Sorted.
Today we are reviewing TikTok food trends, but obviously they're Christmas themed, and we're going to add a sorted twist to each one. Why are you so excited?
I love TikTok.
So Ben is going first. Let's have a look at what you're making, mate.
How to make the best homemade eggnog. Sugar. Whisk it until it is light and fluffy. Slowly strain in the hot milk.
He pours like a
A
normal.
little bit at a time.
What's that supposed to mean?
What does that mean?
You guys make a bit of mess around it as you go as well.
Add rum because I'm not a child. Pour it up.
Started
Cheers.
chaotic, it got a bit silly, but the recipe's good.
So have you made eggnog before?
Yes, I have. I also like eggnog. I've made it hot and cold. I'm looking forward to being inspired by this to try again. Okay, so we're making eggnog. He made it a lot of fun, slightly messy. I'm gonna use all the same ingredients he used. We're still gonna make it adult by adding the alcohol, but with a twist on the method. I'm just simplifying the process. First up, crack the eggs into a food processor and blitz them up. This method is stolen from an award-winning barman, Jeffrey Morgenthaler. I've never made it this way before.
Oh,
This
okay,
is
good.
news to me.
Oh, cool.
And scatter in your sugar, little bit at a time.
Do you need that extra bit of sugar that's on top of the blender, or is that just...
Shut up. It's Christmas, leave me alone. And then your spices. Cinnamon, nutmeg.
Now, Ebbers, is the nutmeg one of those things that, you know, when you make a cocktail, you just release it into the atmosphere and it just adds an ambiance? Is that what that... Because none of it seems to go in the blender.
So some of it went in the blender, and some of it around the rim, which I can push in now. You see, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. The other flavouring that went in on top of cinnamon and nutmeg was vanilla. We've got some very aged, wonderful sherry. This can be our boozy element, and because it is oaked, it has essence of vanilla. So that is one of our boozes going in.
Is that the twist?
It's a twist. He went with rum,
Oh,
because
okay.
we're not kids. I've twisted it for sherry.
Because we're over 70, yes.
That's the twist, plus a little Ebbers tinsel.
Oh.
Or, is that the right?
Better than Ebbers baubles.
It is better than Ebbers baubles. I've got my own little brew.
What is it now?
What's this? Yeah, but, oh, for goodness sake.
I've made a batch of sloe gin, but I've used a different method, more like the rosé. So very gentle maceration of skin contact just for a very short time to get a little bit of that pink glow.
Do you mean you had a bath in your gin?
Bathtub gin, it's a thing.
Bathtub gin,
yeah.
This is actually bathtub gin. And what I said was very little skin contact.
Just a dip.
Just a little bit.
Just a bulb.
Unlike months of maceration after the first frost of sloes, these are picked slightly earlier and they have a less time in contact, so you get the same effect you get on rosé wine. And this is my special.
I'm going to have to rethink the twist on my TikTok food trend because it's not anywhere near as elaborate as this.
I do admire Ebbers going to the effort of making that gin. But what I can't appreciate is that he spent time writing out a label to himself.
Not just to myself. If you have a look in the freezer cabinet up there, one for everyone on the team.
It's really sweet. It's really sweet. That's actually quite. That's a very.
Anyway, there for you. I'm going to add dairy in the form of milk and finish it with double cream. Now, this method doesn't require any heating up, unlike the TikTok trend and the traditional version. All-in-one makes it quicker and less messy. Just enough froth to catch that final nutmeg. Done.
Cheers.
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 Is that not silky smooth?
Oh, that is absolutely delicious.
Oh my goodness.
That is incredible. That's like drinking silk. Nutmeggy, cinnamony Christmas silk.
Oh, that's good.
And it's not sickly.
I could bathe in that.
Oh, you know what? I'll bathe in with you.
Yeah.
All together?
Oh dear.
Silky, smooth and delicious. The original version would take 20 minutes to make a custard plus chilling time. This has shaved all that out, maybe ready in 5 minutes. Tactically, I think that's a TikTok tick.
Jay, you're in.
All right then, Jay, what are you thinking?
Ebbers, I'm going to be reviewing and then recreating with a twist, baked brie with cranberry in bread. This is from a TikTok foodie called Feel Good Foodie. See what it's about. I'm already liking this. Oh, squishy. Oh, so creamy. Oh, what is that? Do we have one of them? This looks delicious. Not only do we get a finished dish at the end, we also get snacking bread whilst it bakes. I think we can use this as inspiration to create something amazing. First up, we need to cut the top off our loaf of bread, then cut around our wheel of cheese. Twist number 1, we're not using brie, we're using camembert.
This is a Jamie recipe, 100%.
So now, I scoop out the middle, and I cut around the edge, which provides leverage, so when I push the cheese in, it expands. Look at the way. Now she just did that, and these beautiful painted nails came out.
Instead, you got sausage fingers.
A little bit of sausage in there.
Here's where I think we could add twist number 2. How about a little bit of mulled wine over the top of our camembert so that it soaks into the bread, and when we bake it, suddenly the bread has all of the Christmas flavours of Christmas in it as well.
Just the bread? Or a bit like a lemon drizzle cake, stabby stabby cheese too?
We could stabby the cheese. Yeah, let's stabby the cheese. Before we place my camembert into the bread, we need to peel it so that we get some nice cheese. But why are you laughing?
Who peels cheese?
I'm not going to use a peeler. I'm just going to slice, so it's open. It's not really a circle anymore.
No, I'll tell you what, that cheese looked really appealing until he started butchering it.
Look, they didn't show this in the video. It was a pre-grated brie.
Oh, I get you, so it's going to ooze more when it bakes.
Yeah.
Because normally you might just cut the top and then dip it in.
Now, I'm going to add a little bit of mulled wine to the top of my cheese so it soaks in and we get Christmas flavours all the way through. Top it off with some cranberry sauce. Last thing to do, sage leaves in the top, onto a baking tray, spray with oil, into an oven, 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 5 minutes.
20 to 5?
20 to 5 minutes. You want to see this wobble?
I can't help but see.
Oh my goodness.
That's like a liquid
Oh
centre.
my God. Oh.
I'm excited.
I don't know what's going to happen here.
Oh my.
Oh, you can't see this, but It's going down.
It's a lava bread.
It's lava bread. We've made lava bread.
Stop talking, start sharing. I'm salivating.
Is that, or is that not, the sexiest ooze we have ever had on Sorted Food?
Pretty filthy gorgeous.
Cheers, boys.
Merry Christmas.
Cheers.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Oh! The mulled wine, it does a thing. I thought it wasn't going to do a thing, but it did one.
They just did a little cheese jiggle.
That's good.
Oh, and also, you can't do this, but I'm here, so I can. Oh, ooh.
Crispy, fluffy, oozy, sweet. It's got it all.
Baz, I'm not sure how you're going to beat that, but you've got to try.
Uh-oh.
What are you going to give us, Baz?
Christmas tree cupcakes.
We are a legit food channel.
What I like is they're using an ice cream cone for the structure of their Christmas tree, which is really smart.
Good kitchen hack.
It's a simple Christmas cake with butter icing all over it. I think I'm giving it a little twist by giving it a grown-up edge to it. So my twist on this Christmas tree cupcake is, where do trees come from?
When a mummy tree loves a daddy.
Scandinavia.
In the
forest. Right, forest.
Let's do this, are we? Yeah, forest, okay. And what's a really tasty forest?
Ah, Black Forest Gatto chocolate cherry.
There you go. So what I'll be doing is I'll be stuffing my Christmas tree with a cheese Black Forest Gatto.
Nice.
First up, I'm crumbling up some chocolate homemade cupcakes, chopping up some cherries and drizzling in some kirsch, moulding it together to make a cupcake pop-like mould. What? They were all the words, but in the wrong order. So these are the cones I want to go for. There's a slight problem, but they're a bit wonky at the bottom. I need them to stand up straight. So I'm shaving off the bottom.
Snacking cone.
Now, I need to fill these. I'm trying to work out how much I fill them. What's the best thing about a cornetto?
When you get the little chocolate bit at the bottom of the cone.
So let's take that chocolate bottom all the way to the top. So taking my chocolatey cakey mix and prodding it in. Yeah, that is a weighty cone. For the topping, the icing's really simple. It's a butter icing, butter, icing sugar, vanilla. That's going on top of the chocolate cakes to form our snow. Into a piping bag. I'm not going to go for a nozzle because I think it's going to have a smooth texture to it.
What he means is he actually put the icing in the piping bag before he thought about the nozzle. Yeah.
That's more likely. That was right.
I feel like I'd have started at the edge and worked my way in.
You reckon?
Because then you've got a guide, haven't you? And the top's going to be hidden by the cone.
All right, okay, we'll go again. You've got enough for me.
There you go. Oh, he's still missing guide.
I think I prefer my ones, if I'm honest. I know I've got a green mixture where I just added a ton of green colouring. They had theirs like scraped on the outside of the cone first, so the needles had something to stick to.
I guess here, you don't even have to be that neat, you're just giving it a covering.
It's a crumb coating.
At this point, he looks like the world's worst ice cream man.
Excuse me, mate, I don't think that's right. No, this is my way of doing it. Okay, and then...
Hold the tip, Baz.
Whoa.
So much here's what we made earlier. This is excellent. Take it off to you, Barry. You're so prepared.
Oh, remember the nozzle in this one.
Remember the nozzle in this one. Right. There's a lot of them to do in there. In the video, they sped this bit up.
And they had a turntable.
Yeah, it's working. I mean, I'm going to be here forever.
I think this is the polar opposite to my eggnog, which was if you've got people round you want to make eggnog, it's a super quick way. Where this is, let's turn it into an afternoon activity with the kids.
Fortunately for you, we'll have sped this up in the edit, but think of us who have had to be here the whole time.
If in doubt, roll it in glitter. Gold, anyone? Really happy with that one? Ignore this one. I got a bit bored.
Barry Taylor got bored halfway through a job.
Shock horror! I think, from looks alone, that's passed the TikTok test. Okay, should we taste this? I only made 2, so I'm going to have to chop a tree in half.
It's almost painful watching you do that, having watched you spend an hour doing it.
Little baby one.
You know what? Actually, I think the little one's nicer.
Yeah,
isn't it?
little one's nicer.
Should have done little ones in the
Yeah,
first
little
place.
ones. They'd have been quicker as well.
It would have been a lot quicker. There you go. Cheers.
Cheers. I like the booze in it. I mean, the base is a decent cupcake and icing. It looked fantastic. But the flavour in the cone.
Just teeth are quite free.
So are yours.
That is horrible.
The cone and the filling, absolutely delicious. And they looked impressive. And let's be honest, you had so much fun making it. So it ticks all the boxes.
That's done. I'll be happy to do that again.
I think you've done a great job, mate. All right, Ebbers, final chef thoughts on all three?
They all tasted great, they all looked fun and festive, and let's be honest, booze is the answer at Christmas.
Wow.
Tell us what you thought though. We gave 3 recipes we found on TikTok, our own little twists. Comment down below which was your favourite.
And comment down below and let us know which TikTok food trends should we be reviewing in the new year.
Please drink responsibly.
There you go, better.
Hello everyone and welcome to Sorted Food.
Now some of you may already know that we recently launched our very own TikTok account, Sorted Food Official, pluggy plug. And we thought there's no better time to test some TikTok food trends.
So we found a load of foodie creators on TikTok. We're going to give their recipes a go, we're going to add our own twist, and we're going to have a lovely little experiment. Aren't we, Evans? You're up first.
I am up first, and this is very much an experiment. So this is by Cake Pops Queen. Obviously beautiful looking cake pops of all shapes and sizes and beautifully decorated. This particular video is a chocolate bomb. And whilst she did it for Christmas, we think chocolate is the bomb all year round. And therefore, let's give it our twist today.
He's done it.
Oh my goodness.
You put him in one TikTok video.
I didn't know he'd do that to us.
So this particular video has got 2.6 million likes, and I think it's because everyone wants one. Essentially, set chocolate hemispheres, melted and stuck together with a filling of stuff, hot chocolate and marshmallows, and then decorated afterwards.
What about this recipe stood out to you? Because you're a chef.
It's not very often that we mess around with chocolate and temper chocolate and create chocolate in moulds and things like that. However, what I also thought was, what if we did that and then we give it our own kind of cocktail twist?
Crowbarring booze into it, I like it.
Yeah.
So I've got some dark chocolate, which I've been melting over a pan of simmering water, and we want to melt it until it goes above 45 degrees Celsius.
So this is the art of tempering, right?
And really important if you want chocolate that has a shine and a snap when it sets. Otherwise, it's all a bit flimsy. It can bloom if you don't, and you don't get the shine. So it's really important you do this if you want that shine.
Is the bloom the little white bubbly bits? Yeah.
Above 45, back down to 26, and then raise it slowly for dark chocolate to 32 degrees Celsius, and then you use it. We're gonna do the easiest method that you guys can do at home. Over a pan of steaming water, and then into ice water. 26.4. Now, back over the steam, to bring it back up to 32, and then we can line our silicone marble. I'm also going to glitter 2 of these as a bit of an experiment.
I'm excited for these.
This is the kind of thing I'd never usually attempt at home. It feels a little bit too...
chefy.
Yeah, chefy and involved.
But then hopefully we just let gravity do its thing. Now Zoe's version of the chocolate bombs were filled with drinking chocolate and marshmallow. I'm not really mixing that up a huge amount, other than I want the flavours of kind of like espresso martini.
Oh yes! That's my favourite cocktail. Here we are. I was always backing you, mate, all the way.
That's the reaction I wanted. So, alcohol, coffee, chocolate, all combined. And then the marshmallows will be inside, but as they kind of melt into the bomb, they'll kind of float to the top and form something reminiscent of crema that is not crema like you'd have in a martini cocktail, but you get the idea. What I quite like about these is the fact that you see something that looks cool, you're inspired to give it a go, but this is kind of almost experimentation ourselves. Who knows if it's going to work, but as long as we enjoy the process.
Speaking of enjoying the process, Ebbers.
I'm enjoying this process.
Little coffee liqueur.
We're just going to neck that now?
Well, if you'd like a little...
Oh, I would. A tipple.
Little tipple.
Right, cool.
From Dijon.
Cheers.
Mustard.
Yes, that needs to be
fabulous.
going all in one. Wow, that is amazing. Ebbers, how are we looking?
They've set up, they've tempered nicely. I think they're a bit thick, but hey, what we have got...
Oh, that is beautifully
Not a
shiny.
preheated pan, is it? It is.
He's done it all.
Oh, is that how you melt them together?
So you've got a join. That's our coffee liqueur paste, our marshmallow filling, a glitter top, melted chocolate becomes the glue, and we end up with the chocolate bomb.
What's that?
I'm just making a little piping bag, because if you haven't got any edible glitter, you can always finish it off with white chocolate. Should we see if it works?
Yeah.
Yes.
Chocolate bomb, hot milk.
Oh! Whoa! That was like a volcano!
And there's your marshmallow.
That was pretty cool.
So the proof is in the pudding. There was air inside of our bomb, and then it kind of, as it broke, bubbled to the surface. Marshmallows do float, and I think all that's left to do is stir it.
Well played, Ebbers.
Well, you say well played. How many glasses are there?
Oh.
Go on, Ebbers.
Normally one would just enjoy from here. This is going to be sloppy.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh!
You definitely want to share a bomb, don't you?
Yeah, you do. That's like drinking
pure chocolate.
Oh, that coffee.
Coffee's good, though.
Comes through like a stonker at the end. Great job, mate. That worked.
So Cake Pop's queen doesn't just make lovely looking chocolate things for the internet, she also makes them in real life for real people to buy. Her own business, Zoe's Delights.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. The thing is, now we know it's worked, he could set up his own business. And then I thought, no, he can't, because he can't copy Zoe's Delights, because then it would be Ebba's Delights, and that sounds horrific.
Oh. Coming in spaff.
Baked feta pasta. It's been everywhere. Everyone's done it. We're the last people to do it. I think we know what this is like, but shall we have a look anyway?
Let's do it.
We could have chosen any one of millions of people to look at their baked feta pasta, but we're looking at Cooking with Aya. She is an incredible foodie creator. She's got tons of really, really great stuff. And I don't know what it is about hers, but it just looks fantastic.
And it's all just done in that pan, right?
Everything's done in that pan, and then I add cooked pasta to it. Job done.
No, not job done. What's your twist?
I have two twists. Number one, now lots of people who do this use oregano, as does Aya. We're mixing it up. We're going for some slightly different flavours. We're using sumac.
Interesting.
It takes it somewhere different, and I think the simplicity of this dish is the tomatoes and the feta and the garlic, and then you can play around with other aspects, the spices. Also, twist number two, the pasta shapes, and I picked a shape that reminds me of Mike. It's called Giggly Albronzo. Pronunciation may leave something to be desired.
Okay, fine. Well, I don't buy any of those answers, but go ahead.
Tomatoes, garlic in oil, sumac.
This is already a bizarre recipe. When I first saw this, I was like, feta, not a cheese I'd associate with Italian pasta dishes. You're kind of already doing a mishmash. So to go again to something like sumac is kind of cool.
I've put my block of feta in there, seasoned it with some sumac, poured some oil over it, and that can now go into an oven for about 30 minutes. After about 20 minutes, I'm going to put my pasta into that water. I want that nice and al dente. Leave that to boil away, and as it comes out, we'll stir it all together.
It smells good.
It smells amazing.
Whip it out.
And this is definitely one of those recipes that you can mix and match depending on what fresh herbs you've got on the windowsill. You could equally do this with oregano or thyme or rosemary or basil. Ooh.
You can see how soft our feta's got. It started to...
Mush it, mush it, mush it.
Wait!
Why?
I need to take my garlic out of its skin.
Okay.
It does look good though. Squidgy, golden, but protected from the skin.
Oh yeah.
See how soft that was.
You tease. Smush it properly, yeah.
Do you want a third twist?
Yeah.
This isn't basil.
Hell.
That's parsley, because it goes better with the sumac. pasta going in.
And those bell-like flowers with those ruffled edges are going to be perfect for that sauce. Some of that pasta water in there.
Wow, that looks good.
How's about that? How easy was that?
I mean, making a really good pasta sauce is not hard because of that delicious, wonderful, starchy pasta water.
Looks great, Jay.
On a bit of parsley, on a bit of sumac.
Oh, he's finishing it with the sumac.
And I would say that is ta, and indeed, da. All right, boys, dig in.
Can't wait.
Cheers.
Bon appetito.
That sumac is so zingy.
It's really citrusy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I would never think to put feta in a pasta dish. It just doesn't, it's not the cheese that comes to mind, but it works so well. The saltiness and the creaminess once it's melted.
It's one of those things that every few years an idea comes along and it's just not what you'd have expected, but it lands so well that everyone wants to try it. And when they try it and they get these results, you can see why it takes off. A bit of a game changer.
Well, Mike, you're up.
Yes, I am. So, let's have a look. Okay, so this is from a creator called Audrey Saurus, who is amazing, by the way. Her account basically features recipes and food that you just want to eat. But the trend that I'm looking at specifically today is candied fruit, or tangkulu, a method of candied fruit from China. It involves sugar work. It involves boiling sugar. It involves tempering sugar, or taking the temperature of said sugar, and basically candifying fruits. Audrey does this to strawberries, and the sugar syrup is see-through. They look spectacular. I'm going to try it with lots of different things. So let's see. So first thing, I'm going to chuck a load of sugar in here, and then I'm literally just going to put enough water for it to coat it and cover it. And basically what I want to do is bring this up to a boil. You're going to boil off the water so that the concentrate that you're left with at the end is between 80 and 90% sugar. See, I know the theory, but the execution will be tricky.
It needs to be hot enough to give you the crack, but if it's too hot, you don't have the glass mirror-like shine and see-through. You end up with caramel, which is amber or darker even.
Speaking of pinch points, want to hear my twist? Salad. What if I could take something like a radish, or even worse, celery, and candify them, sweet, salty? What if we could create salad that tastes nice?
Je suis skeptical.
This needs to come up to 148 degrees. Then I'm going to whip this out, dip it in the water so that it cools the bottom of the pan, and then hopefully it will give me time to do some dippy dippy, cooly cooly, glassy glassy. Yummy yummy.
Olive, olive.
Oh no! Ah! Okay, it's coming off because I can see it starting to colour. Ooh, bubbly. Okay, right, what are we doing? What? Shh.
Not panicking.
No, we're not panicking, Ebbers. Why would we do that? Okay.
Okay, now put it on the board, on the table.
Damn it. There's a tiny bit of colour, so I've already nosed this up. Let's do what Audrey did and just start with a lovely strawberry. It's got a bit of a tail, but whatever. This is experimental.
Looks great.
That looks great. Okay, we're in.
Just some grapes. Grapes would be good.
It dries really quickly, doesn't it? Okay, it's going on. Wow, that's got a big tail. Okay, so this is dried really quickly and it's got very unworkable very quickly.
I think when we put it in the water to cool it off a little bit and then you put it back in the water to cool it off a bit too much, I think just literally a tiny dab just to take the edge off it. We could go again with sugar.
Yeah. The sugar thickened up too quickly, so rule is go quick, go fast. One radish, tick. Next, an olive. Oh, look at this. Boys, I'm flying. Oh, it's thickening up already. That's just going straight down. Right, what else should we have? Let's have a bit of celery. Candied celery. There's a great shiny gloss on these, that's for sure.
The other thing that's worth noting, Mike.
Yes.
And I've only realised this through watching you is that all of that cooled sugar you're dropping back in to the pan.
Yes.
Which means that's then causing lumps and bumps and crunchy bits in your liquid sugar. So I think once you've got your main in, drip your strands elsewhere.
I think I'm out. I think I've pushed my luck. Right, okay. So some lessons have been learned. Hey, do you know what? High water content fruit does not work because the kiwi fell straight off and also it's just left a puddle. What can I get you guys? What would you like to try? Should we try an olive? Cheers. Not looking forward to this, but hey.
Concept works.
I will tell you though,
It takes the edge off an olive, doesn't it?
It turns the flavour of an olive into something really quite nice.
It's very tasty. Okay. Okay. Ebbers, have a radish. Jay, have a bit of celery. Cheers.
Candied celery.
No.
Yes, radish is actually really nice.
Celery is not good at all. I don't feel like the celery worked. It just tasted of really sweet, and then you bite through it, and then it tasted of really celery, but like slightly stewed.
Oh, because it was cooking it.
There was no crunch from the celery itself. No. You got a crunch from the sugar. Strawberry. That is amazing. The strawberry, in taste and texture, was perfect. Everything after, as the sugar started to solidify, was thicker and thicker and thicker, dried less, and I think that also had an effect on the crack and the glass-like hard candy snap. I'm going to do this again. I'm going to take some photos to prove that I did it.
So, that night, I tried again, many times. I tried drying the fruit as much as possible. I tried dipping the fruit in the sugar all at the same time to avoid double dipping. It didn't work. The fruit was still too wet and it changed the temperature of the sugar when it went in, which led to crystallization. However, I'd learned so much, but there was no one here to tell.
Right, over to you guys. Did you enjoy that experimentation as we went through that? If you did, give the video a like.
And head over to our TikTok account. We are Sorted Food Official. Give us some love.
Yeah, if we get enough love, we might keep doing it.
We hope you enjoyed our marathon on TikTok trends.
Yep, here on YouTube, ironically. Comment down below to tell us which was your favourite TikTok trend now on YouTube and
enjoy the rest of your weekend.